Y'all ready for this? What's up, you guys? It's Raven. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So, are you ready? Come on. Let's get into the story about the Sephora kidnapper. Basically, how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna sit and do my makeup. It's not really about the makeup look per se, so I'm gonna link what I use down in the comments below, because this is more so to focus on like the story and just to kind of try something different. I'm gonna just do my makeup. I have a look in mind. I don't really know what's gonna happen, so who cares? Let's just jump into the story. Okay, so back in like 2014, I used to be a manager at a Sephora. Now, this is not like the freestanding Sephoras. This is actually a Sephora that's inside of JCPenney's. So if you're not familiar, oh god, this is such an ugly color to make as my eyeshadow base. If you're not familiar with Sephora's inside of JCPenney's, they have a little bit of a different set of rules and standards. They're just like operated a bit differently because they are in pennies. So I mean, you're gonna like share JCPenney style customers, and I feel like JCPenney's customers are bad, like, you know, but I mean, like, you're gonna deal with you're gonna come across quite a bit of different people. That's what I'm trying to say. So at the time, I had this employee, and we are just gonna call her Emily. Oh, no wonder it's red. I think I used this for like a lipstick and it's stained. Wow, hold please. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, like I was saying, I had this employee by the name of Emily. Now Emily, she honestly didn't know much about makeup. She really wasn't that good of an employee either. I just had some issues with her, like, I don't know, it was whatever. She was like really cool as a person. Like, we kind of kept in contact a little bit after this, but overall as an employee, would not rate it 5 stars. I'm off for whatever reason, because as a manager at Sephora, you know, to be off even for like your lunch, your 15-minute break is like you're away from the counter. Anywho, Emily is there with another co-worker whose name we'll leave out, but it's another female, and basically she sees that this old guy is walking up to her, and I mean, you know, you see so many people, so you just think that it's like another customer. There's nothing alarming there. And so this guy comes up and he's like, hey, I'm looking for a men's fragrance. This man, we are gonna call him David. So David walks up to Emily and he's like, hey, can you help me? I'm gonna pick out some fragrances. What are your favorite ones? And so Emily's like obviously I'm thinking that you want a men's fragrance, and I'm not a man, so like what the fuck. But side note, that time of the month is coming, so I got some special friends that are coming out for a gathering. Like, didn't nobody invite these bitches to the party? Anywho, she knew a little bit about men's fragrances. You don't ask her for a foundation match, but she can get you right on the fragrance. She takes him to the back wall where like the fragrances are, and they're going through a couple. She's like, oh, I like this one, I like that one, da da da. And also, you know the game at Sephora, like, you gotta like pick out the most expensive one to sell. Like, even if it smells like shit, bitch, like, get that coin. And you don't even get commission at Sephora, like, so I don't know why we go, you know what I do? I know why we go so hard on our sales goals, because if the company and like the store eats, then you eat, and the way you eat is like they'll give you like a little funky pizza party and like a full-size cleanser and be like, oh, thanks so much, I appreciate you, yay. She takes him to the back wall, like I said, picks up some fragrances and whatnot, tries to sell him like the biggest bottle, one of the more expensive ones, because she ain't stupid. And he's like, well, could you smell them on me? She's like, bitch, why would I want to do that? Like, what do you mean on you? So he starts spraying things on his forearm, and mind you, like, this is a big man. And so he starts spraying stuff on his forearm, and he asking sis to smell him. Oh, my lace is lifting. Dang it. Y'all can see that, huh? Y'all can really see that. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, so he's asking sis to smell him, and he's got his forearm up, and she's just like, oh no man, like this is really awkward and uncomfortable. And so she's like, no thank you, like I don't want to smell you, bro. And he's just like, oh come on please, like just you have to tell me what it smells like on me, because everybody's body chemistry is different. Did you know that? Like trying to school her like she's some idiot. Like, bro, of course I know fragrances smell differently on everybody. I wasn't born yesterday. Like, now obviously this is starting to like freak her out a bit, but to just get him out the store, she's like, oh, it smells delicious, like you should buy that. So then she takes him back to the checkout, and he gets his fragrance, but he's also trying to buy like the gang of watches. He seriously had like $300 worth of watches, and that, I mean, was definitely weird. I can't say it was a red flag because I remember the details. Like, mind you, this is her, like the first part of this is like her having to fill me in on what happened, because I didn't show up till like a little bit after. But yeah, things matched up, like the card, just, I mean, like the name on the card, the ID, the obviously like the person in front of her, everything matched up. So, but you know when you get that feeling like something is a little odd with this transaction. But it's not always your duty to like really question stuff with no evidence. That makes it just, why are you stressing yourself out? Anyway, he pays for his stuff, he checks out, and we think that he's about to ride off into the sunset, which is exactly what happens. So thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate you coming to this video. Please give a like, comment, and subscribe. Psych, you knew I wasn't finished. So get into this. He comes back the very next day, and what's he trying to do? Bitch, he's trying to return his fragrance and his watches. Now the gagger is that not only is he trying to return these items, but he's trying to get full-blown cash for these items. Emily is checking him out. She's like, hell to the no. Like, well, not checking him out, but like she's talking to him at the register, right? And she's like, hell to the no. Like, I'm not about to let you return all this stuff. Like, you got me bent. And she's like, if anything, if you want to exchange your fragrance, that's, I mean, that's cool, that's fine, but like I'm not about to give you a full-blown refund. You were just here, you took up a lot of my time asking for these fragrances, so no, like, no. So he starts getting like a little bit of an attitude with her, but nothing that's like outside of like a normal retail, like angry white customer kind of attitude. Like, you know how people get like really snarky with retail workers, and if you one of them people, this is for you. Basically, he's at the register kind of like giving her like a little bit of problems, enough problems for a male co-worker to come over and assist her. So the male co-worker is like, hey, what's going on? Like, there's obviously like some type of problem up here, like how can I help you? And he's like, oh no, the guy David is like, oh no, everything's fine, I just, this young lady is so lovely type of like nonsense, whatever. And he's like, you know, I'm trying to return this fragrance and these watches. And so the male co-worker is like, well, unfortunately, like, we can't accept this. For one, these watches aren't even from our department. Like, you need to go back over to jewelry where you purchased them from and figure that out with them. And then third of all, like, judging off this receipt, you were just here yesterday, like, what's wrong with the fragrance? You just don't like it or something? And so he kind of already knew what was going on, because Emily had put him on game earlier in their shift. She was just like, yo, like, this really weird dude came last night, da da da. And mind you, when he came through, it was close to closing time, so that's also very, like, very sketch. Male co-worker is like trying to talk things out with this customer, and customer is like, sorry, I'm talking like that because, you know, when you got like a burp brewing and it starts to go from your stomach to your neck, so it can come out but it's not coming out. So I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, back to the story. David is talking to this male co-worker, and he's just like, oh, you know, everything's, you know, going okay. I'm just trying to return this stuff. But also, I'm looking for an eye cream. Emily, could you help me with that? And so the male co-worker is like, you know what, Emily is getting ready to go on break, hint hint, so let me assist you with that eye cream. And this makes David so uncomfortable. David is like looking down at his fingernails. He's just kind of like not paying attention as the male co-worker is trying to like read off ingredients, to talk to him about all these like amazing eye creams that we offer, and David is like not having it because Emily is not selling these products to him. So the male co-worker ends up selling David this eye cream, and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember at the time when I heard about this, I was like, okay, that's a really good eye cream. Like, it was definitely one of the more popular ones, and we think that everything's all hunky-dory, right? You're wrong again, Missy, or Mr., or whatever you want to be. But you're wrong. Now, mind you, on what I had said before about David and how he likes to come into the store right before closing time. Now, I'm back at work, okay, and I hear about this story from both David and Emily. We were both working together. We were a really small team, like super small. So you work with the same people over and over again. I'm with these two co-workers, and they tell me about the sketchy dude, David, that came in the night, I think it was the night prior, whenever I came back, but he came in 2 times on very recent occasions, once like back to back. So they're telling me about him and this really strange interaction with him, and I'm like, okay, oh man, I should have left the center bare so I could have done like a halo effect. I hear about this story from both of them. They tell me about how weird he was, how creepy he was, and I'm just like, okie dokie, I will keep an eye out. Another day or so goes by, no sign of David yet. Since we hadn't seen this freaking weirdo for a little while, it was kind of safe to say like, oh, like he was probably just like a drifter, like that was really weird. Situations like one and done, right? Of course not. So I'm working one night, and it is me and Emily, and guess who makes their way into the store at night? This guy comes waltzing in, and he looks angry, honestly. And so I'm like, the hell? And Emily's like nudging me like, that's that guy. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, like, bitch, I'm ready for this one. Oh my god, I have something in my eye. Now, I live for a bit of retail drama, so I was just like, yes, like, let me turn up on him. And plus, I'm the manager, bitch, like, if anybody gonna turn up, it's gonna be me. So I'm waiting for him at the register, like, come on, give me your best shot. But like, not literally, it was like, don't shoot literally, but like, what you working with? Because I bet you I can back it up. I'm talking to him, and he's like, I want to return all of this. And it's a fragrance. I don't know what it was before he went to, but he got another fragrance, and he wanted to return it, and he also wanted to return the eye cream. So I'm like, these products haven't even been opened. Like, looking at the date on the receipt, I'm like, you just got these. Like, why do you want to return them? And, oh, these eyes are horrendous. Yeah, I'm just like, why do you want to return it? And he's like, because she didn't sell it to me. Do you know that he sat and pointed his nasty fingers at Emily? Awkward. I'm like, let me go ahead and handle this transaction for you. She's about to be off the clock. Like, we're both about to leave, actually. I'm gonna just wrap this up for you really quickly. I have to do it because I'm the manager, and I have to override like such and such kind of thing, is what I'm telling him. And so I do his transaction, but the whole time he's like glaring at her. I'm like, oh bitch, we got a for real like weirdo on our hands. So I do his little exchange, or his return or whatever. And now I wouldn't usually take like a return in this case, but you know, I'm trying to I'm trying to understand the pattern that's going on with this guy, and I'm also trying to get him out of my store. So in a case like that, like, I'm really just gonna use my best judgment, and I'm calling all shots right now. And so he takes his little happy ass on and he leaves. But you know when you still not done with somebody. The next day, I'm supposed to be going to a family dinner at, I think it was at 6 o'clock, I want to say. And at the time, I didn't live too far away. What is even happening with this eyeshadow look? Like, hold on, y'all. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was supposed to be going to this family dinner, and I was like, okay, I'm working like a 9 to 5 for the day. I didn't live too far away, so it wasn't gonna take me like long to just change into my clothes real quick and then go meet with my family afterwards for this dinner. Now it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when this goes down. It's me and it's Emily. We're working once again. Emily was trying to get her hours, okay? She had like real responsibilities, so she was working all the time. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Guess who waltzes in? Well, I know this foundation looks crazy, y'all. Like, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, guess who waltzes in? I wonder who. I think it rhymes with Smavid. Yeah, David. David comes back in. So I'm just like, oh, bitch, like, not today. Like, I got family stuff to do. Like, I really don't have time to be sitting up here playing games with you. Like, come on now, buddy. So this time, y'all would never guess what he came in with. So he comes with his usual bag of items to return. But this time he comes with a mini hookah. Like, a little mini, like, portable hookah. Where the hookah was literally, like, he was, like inhaling and exhaling it, like puffing it in our faces. Not a vape pen, a little hookah. I'm like, first of all, where'd you get that from? Because lit. Second of all, how and why are you here in the mall with this? Hold on, y'all, I need to grab my mirror because I can't see. Yeah, like, how and why are you even in the mall with this? And I mean, just like overall, like, what the F, you know? So dude comes up to the register and he looks pissed. Like, that alone, like, should have been my first, just, I should call security right then and there. So he comes to the register and he's just glaring at the both of us. So I'm like, hi, welcome to Sephora. How the fuck can I help you? And I didn't say that. Like, I wanted to. I want to say that a lot of times. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hi, like, what's good, motherfucker? Like, you coming up here with the vibes. Like, what's good? He starts blowing this thing in our faces. And I'm just like, oh no, honey. Like, you talk about disrespectful. So I'm just like, bro, how can I help you? He looks at Emily and he goes, I want her. And blew that cloud of smoke dead in her face. I remember this so vividly because I was just like, oh my god. And so I'm like grabbing her hand and like nudging her to like scoot over some. And I'm just like, 1 second. So where the register is, I should probably do this concealer. Hold on a second. Where the register was in our Sephora is like, basically it was in the back by the fragrances, and then directly like across from the store is an exit out to JCPenney's, and then the exit to the left, like across the store that way, was like the exit going out to the food court, if you can picture that. So picture like a cube and then just like an opening on like the front and like an opening on like the side of a cube. And so because it was like a clear opening, no door or anything, I start kind of pushing her towards that, and I was just like, oh, excuse me, sir, like one second, I need to ask her something. And low-key, when when we move, he moves a little bit, but he don't make it too obvious. Like he's still like kind of lingering around the register a little bit. But I look at her and I'm like, bitch, run. So I like kind of motion to go like hit that table or somewhere like in the food court, like you better duck and hide, girl. And then he obviously sees like what's going on because she take off running. He started walking towards me. So bro, I'm gone, okay? I'm on my Wilma Rudolph. Like I book it, okay? I book it to mall security and I'm like banging on the door, banging on the door, and mall security is taking a sweet little precious time answering, like, okay. So then when mall security comes out, I'm like, oh, no wonder, like, this, I don't want to call him fat because then y'all gonna be talking about like, oh, she's body shaming, but like, you big sloppy like sack of dirty laundry, sack of Idaho potatoes built, like, bitch, and you're mall security. Who's gonna take that seriously? So Humpty Dumpty comes out and I'm just like, oh, okay, was you back there like eating a box of Pop-Tarts? Or, like, what took you so long to get to the door, fam? Like, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, don't come for me about no body shaming. So anyhow, dude comes out finally and I'm just like, yo, we got a situation like in Sephora. I'm a manager, like I got this employee, I had to tell her to run, like I'm giving him the whole rundown, right? And so you would think that, I would assume you would think that he would kind of put a little bit of pep in his step. Oh no, he's completely like unfazed by it. So I'm just like, okay, like this is a fail, but like bring your ass, like let's go. And so I'm like, I'm pretty much power walking back because I don't want to lose him and like run into old boys. I'm trying to keep like security on my tails, but security, y'all, for real, like with security, I was so irritated because he's really taking his sweet precious time, and I'm like, yo, it really might be going down in there. Like I don't know if he got a gun, I don't know if he got, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so security, we finally like get to the store and we spot him immediately. I was like, that's him, that's him. Security's like, hey sir, I need to talk to you, sir. And so him and security, they do end up talking. But I mean, what y'all really think that's gonna do? Talking out something like with a psychopath, basically. And so they talking stuff out, and that's, I mean, that's like the end of that, right? You're wrong again. They talking stuff out, and security pretty much fills me in like, oh yeah, we just asked for him to leave, like he's not welcome back at the store, he's not welcome back here, and and I'm just like, okay, what is that gonna do? That's not gonna do anything. And so I'm feeling unsettled by it. Also, where's Emily? Found out Emily ended up like making a run. She ends up making a run, which is like, I mean, it's pretty smart, no? Like, you know, you gotta do anything that you can to save your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she books it and she goes to like a what you call it, like a little restaurant in the food court, and is trying to tell somebody like what's going on. Back to David. So David does not leave the store, of course, and he actually goes to another department where he starts harassing the employees over there. He's in the shoe department actually. And so I get a call, like a in-house call, like where it shows the extensions, you know, where like what department it's coming from. I'm like, hell, here we go. So I answer, I'm like, hello, and the manager over there is like, hi, it's going down over here, like, can you come help me? Now, mall security then started walking away like already, so I would have had to run out and all the way back down to go get them again. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go over there by myself. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Which, again, don't you ever do. Don't ever do that, because what's the worst that could happen? You really don't want to find out, sis. And so I'm over there, and by this time, I don't see anyone over there. Like, shoes like completely deserted. So I'm like, oh hell, like somebody tied up, what's going on? And I have to go investigate. So I'm looking all around and I end up going into the stock room where I see this manager, and she is like, oh my gosh, like baby girl's acting like she just saw a ghost. She is shaking, she is distraught, she is crying, she's hyperventilating. I'm like, oh my god, like what did he do to you? And so she's like, it was nothing physical, like he didn't touch her, he didn't attack her or anything, but he just was screaming and swearing at her, made her so uncomfortable and felt like her life was in danger that she's panicking. Obviously, I'm really fed up at this point because first of all, I need to go, but I can't just like abandon people like that. Like, I mean, I really could. Like, you think they would help me? Probably not. But I don't know. I just felt like I needed to be there to help. So I'm dealing with her or whatever, and then all of a sudden we start hearing shouting. We start hearing shouting like, come out wherever you are. And I'm like, oh no ma'am, like we don't play these kind of games. Of course we're trying to lay low, like you talking about some come out wherever you are. I'm Gucci, stay right here. There's really no secure like way to get out of the stock room, so it's like baby better start looking for hiding spots just in case it starts going down up in here. So it's kind of like what type of time we're on right now. Like, you know, normal day at Sephora inside JCP, and now we're getting ready for battle. Amazing. I love this job. I'm like, okay, we better find shelter back here or like some type of weapon. You just don't know what's about to occur, and if it goes down, we just need to be prepared. So now get into this. So mall security, they actually end up coming back and they see that the guy is, wow, not cute. They see that the guy is definitely causing a very obvious ruckus, and so they're like, hey, we told you to get out the store, like, what are you doing here, blah blah. And then this time they actually escort him out. This time it's, I really never knew how to like put that really seamless bit of powder under my eyes while I'm baking, so every time I just look like a crazy person. Sorry about that. By this time it is well after like 6 p.m. if not 7 or so. It's way past the time that I was supposed to meet my family. So I go and I grab my stuff. These damn fireworks, like how obnoxious can you be? I go and I grab my stuff and I check my phone and I'm like, oh snap, like my family had been blowing me up. My phone was on vibrate and it was just so much going on, I had no idea. So I check on my stuff or whatever, and I'm just like, hey, my bad, had a little bit of a situation here at the store. And so I get ready to leave, and as I'm getting ready to walk out, mind you, I'm by myself. Like, I definitely should have had security escort me out, but I mean, they escorted the guy out the store and I just kind of assumed that he was long gone and we really weren't gonna have to like worry about him anymore. But it just wouldn't be a Raven story if this ended on a really simple note. Guys, I know I look like a mad person right now, but I'm gonna finish my makeup off camera just to get my lips and stuff on. I can't talk and do lip liner at the same time like most people. It's like being at the dentist. Like, you ever get your makeup done and somebody's asking you a question, or if you're doing your own makeup, somebody's talking to you and you're trying to do your lips and you're just like, yeah, just it doesn't work out. So let me get myself together and then I'm gonna come right back. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. We're talking about when I left the store. So I'm walking alone to my car at like the main entrance of the store because I'm stupid. So I get out to the parking lot and I see my car. I'm parked like pretty close. I was never one to park like really far away from the store, because you know, people's be lurking. And when I get out to the parking lot, I see that there is a little suspicious kind of like golden bronze colored vehicle, and it is waiting directly behind my vehicle. Now I'm trapped because there is a car right in front of me, and y'all know how like mall like parking is set up, you know, so you can either pull forward or you can back out, and the only option that I had was to back out because there's a car, like I said, directly in front of me. So I see this car because it's directly behind me, and I'm like, shit, bitch, like how we gonna handle this? So I'm like, I have no taser, I have no like real weapon, I got my fist, I got my keys, and I got my feet to be able to book it. It's not a lot of options, Raven. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well shit, Leslie Jordan, what are we gonna do now? What we gonna do is we're gonna put on this lipstick and we're gonna come finish this. For real this time. For real. Like this, that's the only step we gotta do. This little half up, half down looks cute on everybody but me. I don't know. I just, with the eyeshadow and everything, I kind of look like a poodle on acid, but I'm also into it. So, I don't know. I'm at my car and I'm like, dang, how am I gonna get out of this one? I'm still walking to my car, and which isn't safe. Like, I definitely should have turned around and asked for somebody to escort me out, but because it took the security so dang on long in the first place, I honestly just lost hope. And I sure wasn't about to wait for like the real popo to show up, because God knows how long. Like, you guys gotta consider where I'm at, okay? I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, and I mean, little black girl panics and calls police and be like, oh, there's like some suspicious old man just waiting outside my car. It's not really going to be the first call that they answer. Let's just say that. So I'm like, I don't have all day to wait on the popo. I'm already mad late to get to my little family thing, and I'm just ready to go. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus and can't nothing touch me, which is my thought process for everything. Probably how I made it so far, because there's a lot of situations that I've had where it's like, that was a close one. I mosey into my vehicle and I'm like, I'm ready for you, okay? Choose your weapon. I'm in my vehicle and I start backing up because I'm like, unless they want to get their shit hit, I mean their car, I cuss a lot, I'm sorry. Unless they want to get their car hit, I think they're gonna get out the way. So I just start backing up, and it's moving a little bit. So I'm like, okay, they don't want none of this. They don't want none of this. And so I'm backing up still, and the car starts moving up just like a little bit, just enough for me to back up. And so when I back up, instead of like, I couldn't turn to go the opposite way, I could really only like back up and kind of go around the car, if that makes sense. It might be hard to visualize, but I only had enough space to be able to like back my wheel and go around them to get out, instead of just going in the completely opposite direction. And so as I go around, they pull off right behind me. Of course they do that. So I'm like, okay, y'all want to play these games? Okay, I'm gonna send your ass on a little chase. I start, they start. When I stop, they stop. So I'm like, okay, I see what's good. Okay, so I end up taking them around to like the mall entrance where there's security cameras, because I can't see the make and model of the vehicle. I'm in an SUV, they're like in a little gold car, and like I'm blind as a bat also. So I'm in this big old whip, and I'm like trying to look out my little side mirror. I'm trying to look for a license plate, but I can't like really see it because they're directly behind me. And so I take them to the front of the store because I'm like, if anything, those security cameras will pick up on the license plate and the make and model of the vehicle, all that good stuff. Sorry, I feel like I have something on my teeth, no? I end up like pulling off on the plug. I just book it. I end up speeding out, or speeding off, whatever, and I get to the stop sign because I don't know who's watching and if there's cameras in the stop sign. I do like a little Cali stop. Like I stop like real quick, look left, look right, is it safe to go, and I'll just bust it. I take off. I get home and I'm trying to explain everything that happened to my family. Like, yo, you guys, I'm so sorry, I'm late. Like, you'll never guess the day that I had. And I tell them everything. My auntie is just sitting there in the recliner like, oh my god, you sure work some crazy jobs. I'm just like, yeah, because I'm paying $25,000 out of pocket for a cosmetology license just to go and make like $10 an hour and possibly be kidnapped. So life is great, career is going very well. Yeah, I do go to work and deal with some crazy things. Yeah, it's what I live for. It's my destiny. So anyways, guys, that is the story of the Sephora kidnapper. And the reason why I call him the Sephora kidnapper is because this obviously took place inside of Sephora, and that whole I want her and then that coming for her thing and, you know, lurking outside of my vehicle, it's definitely some kidnapper shit. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video for what it was worth. I mean, is enjoy the right word? But I guess I hope you were entertained. Whatever, like, can you throw me a bone here? Things that we can possibly take away from this situation are if you see weird creepy guys coming into your store multiple times, call the police. Don't allow anyone to just like blatantly harass you. Like, you have the right to be comfortable at work. And I mean, for the love of God, it's a Sephora, okay? This is not like, I'm not like a prison guard or something. Like, this is a Sephora. We deal with cosmetics, okay? Don't talk to weird people. Like, don't entertain it. Don't try to like fight all your battles alone. Like, don't be stupid like I was, like trying to be like Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, what I look like, the popo? I don't think so. Yeah, don't be risking your life for like your job. It's just, it's never that deep, sis. Trust me. If you die on the job, nobody's gonna be sad for more than like a week, I'm sure, and they're gonna replace you. Like, they're gonna get another product consultant, not even a makeup artist. Like, this is Sephora. Like, they're gonna get another product consultant to sell in your place. So just know that. I think I want to do some more of these. This was kind of fun. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to hear some more crazy shit? Because I got some stories, okay? Like, some stories. Alright, babes, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.